So Ryan, I'll need you to choose one of these payments right here.
Not gonna happen. Too high. Way too high.
Okay. So I'm going to guess if you want to put down $5,000, you're looking at 60 months, that you're telling me the 879 to 889 is too high.
Yeah, I'm looking to be about 600.
Okay. Well, that's not going to happen, Ryan. Ryan, the payment is nothing more than the result of the vehicle you picked out, the trade, and your down payment. So I appreciate the fact you want a lower payment, but the math doesn't stop when you walk through the doors of this dealership. So I need you to choose one of these three payments and okay this right down here. Okay, that'll be my first reclosing attempt. He just shook his head no. All right, so now it's no longer a complaint. Now I've got to handle it like an objection. The easiest way to do it is to go, okay, Ryan, there's a couple different ways we can reduce your payment. Number one is you can add money to your initial investment right here. If you add another $3,000, I'll cut your payment right around $60. Or we could do a combination of things. I could look to see if you qualify for extended terms. If you qualify for extended terms, that too will reduce the payment. And if you can add some additional cash to your down payment, that will further reduce the payment. Can you put down some additional cash?
No, 5's my max.
Okay, no problem. Let me do this. I'm going to go back to the sales desk. I'm going to find out if you qualify, and I got a feeling you probably will, for extended terms, and that way we can reduce your payment. Now, what I'm going to need is a commitment from you, and you tell me if you want them to do this or not. I'm going to need a commitment right here that if we can reduce your payment by extending the terms, you'll take delivery today. Do you want them to do that?
Yeah, let's look at it that way.
Okay. And if I go back to the sales desk and I say, hey, Ryan, here's what I did. I used, I treated it like a complaint, and he said no, he wasn't going to buy. I asked him for more cash. He said he doesn't have any. He would like to look at extended terms. And now Ryan will repencil the deal.
Beauty there is you're not reducing anything a dollar.
No.
No, nothing I'm going to teach you today has us reducing the gross profit by a single penny. Now, I know that we can't do that every single time, but that should be our goal. And the better case we make for justifying our numbers, the smaller the give up we may have to make if we have to do a give up. And let's face it, I think I'm as good at this as anybody on the planet. When I get in front of a customer, I'm highly confident, but I can't get everybody to pay me all the money every single time. I have to go back to the sales desk too. Okay? All right, fuel savings. You know, this is sort of a lost art. Turn to the next page where it says better MPG. You know, Ryan, we used to do this when gasoline was $1.25 and $1.50 a gallon. We would show the customer if they were trading a vehicle in that got significantly, when I say significantly, I'm talking 5 miles per gallon, less fuel economy than the vehicle they were buying. We would go to a website. Actually, we didn't have websites then. Now it's really easy. You can go to this website, punch in present fuel economy, future fuel economy with the new vehicle, price of a gallon of gas, and miles they drive a year, and just like that, it'll show you weekly, monthly, and annual savings in fuel. Is that real money?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's real money. I happen to know this one because I did it last weekend. In Georgia, your gas is significantly cheaper here in Texas than it is in Georgia. Way cheaper than it is in Pennsylvania and West Virginia, and way, way, way cheaper than it is in California. We're paying about $3.10 a gallon in Georgia. So the customer was getting 20 miles per gallon in the vehicle they were driving, and the new vehicle got 25 miles per gallon. Drove 15,000 miles a year. So I punch in present, future, $3.10 a gallon, 15,000 miles a year. It's $38 a month. That's what the customer is going to save in real cash with the better fuel economy, and that helped justify the payment. for the customer. When do we quit using?
I actually used it the other day. The
Good.
people who bought the Porsche Macon that had the inline 4-cylinder turbo traded in
Macan.
Macan.
Macon's a city in central Georgia.
Don't get any Porsches around here.
Porsche.
Porsche. It is Porsche, I know.
Porsche. It's a girl car.
They were trading in a lifted Jeep Wrangler Moab,
Mm-hmm.
and I used that for